We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. Good afternoon, I'm Mills Lane. On this 4th of July, yes, we had our show on Thursday, but Trap insisted on having a second show or even three, and he's, let's say, on his way. But what I almost forgot about, something that was happening today, was a speech by Minister Louis Farrakhan. What up, dog? How you doing there, pretty guys? T. All right. So we're doing our American culture topic, and it revolves around today's speech by Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Criterion. Quick shout out, salute to Dana for sharing the link. For some reason, I'm not subscribed to Revolt, but it seems like Revolt's the only ones giving us some good information. We got the Trap. He's here, so I'm gonna bring him in. What's going on, Trap?
Same shit, different day.
Yeah, I got all of that, that preamble out the way. But I honestly
I'm glad
think,
I wasn't witness to this shit.
yeah, but I honestly think that Farrakhan and American culture topics, we're kind of like on the same wavelength when it comes to a lot of things that we discuss. Because
Yeah.
in his speech today, and let me break down for the people that don't understand, the speech was centered around the 90-year anniversary of the Nation of Islam. Um, I have never joined the Nation of Islam, but I do have family members that that may or may not have. you know, they should not be classified as a terrorist group. Things of that nature. But 90 years ago, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he got
Hey,
that
can we get a light?
he got that group going. So what he was around to teach Farrakhan.
Get loose.
So Farrakhan even spoke up and said that I'll just mute you, your little conversation out there. But so Farrakhan, he was brought to the attention of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he spoke about how he first met him. Well, when he performed and his violins and then things of that nature. But he was willing to turn over his life to that cause and to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Well, I think that Farrakhan probably would have been a preacher or something like that anyway. You know what I mean? It's just that fate led him in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't get that. That don't come to everybody in every. It's an ability to communicate with fellows, people, and all that. And in that way, that don't come to everybody. Some people just don't have that gift, and he got that gift and shit to communicate with people, and it works for him. You know what I mean? It worked for the nation. It worked for him. It worked for everybody involved with Farrakhan. Got to know that you are in the presence of truth teller. You You know what I mean?
So
if you don't like it,
that's right.
if you don't like being told the truth to, you have to leave Farrakhan alone. I guess he have a disclaimer that he give everybody. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me shit. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I got some shit for you and shit. I'm gonna let it loose and shit.
And that's the thing. I think my overall take of the speech. I mean, do you really want to go into overalls right now in the beginning of the episode? No, but my overall take it was about truth telling, about staying on topic with the truth. You know,
Yeah.
casting out
So
a lot of the statements that was being told about him over the course of time. But that was yeah, you know, that of course that came up. But what were we? What the big deal was about is about the fact that we haven't been able to hear from this guy in a while. Remember, we did our episode on cancel culture, and I made sure in the in the part that we discussed the beginning. What am I trying to say? The meme or the thumbnail. I kind of was leaning into people that have been silenced from free speech, and he made a point to talk about how he walked in on a white, the role
well,
because world leaders they walk out on a red rug. He walked out on a white rug because he said because they walking over all of the blood spilled, for them to become leaders and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty important where he had no problem saying he did not kill anybody. He stood there, and said, if you unless you got evidence that says something different.
yeah. Well, he said he didn't kill nobody. He said that his words might have prompted people to do some shit, but it wasn't him that did it. But it's. I mean, I don't know how to take that. But the only thing I do know is this and shit. The man speak the truth for shit, and when he.
Had the pop all the way on.
Oh no, it was on.
No, it's all.
All right, well, turn it on and turn.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I try to mute you. I don't really want to hear that. But I know life happens, you know what I mean? But
yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, yeah, you get this guy, he said he wasn't gonna take the shot, the COVID shot. Me neither. You know what I mean?
okay, so let's talk about that. Yeah, how he addressed the disease. He says, no, it didn't come from China. No, it didn't come from America. He's saying that disease came from God.
Well, you know what I mean? This God's green earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
we see peanuts come from God and tomato plants and corn and all this other stuff come from God. So why not virus, right?
yeah, and he was saying how America getting hit extra hard with this virus. You know what I mean? Extra hard with it. You know what I mean? It's just coming and coming and coming. Then he said something about Florida. You know what I mean?
But towards the end, but it was kind of interesting how he said because if man created it, man would have been already figured out a way to stop it from getting out of control. But one of the most important parts was when he brought up Bill Gates, and he specifically talked to Africa when he said, when they start trying to give you the vaccinations, don't take it, or make sure our scholars and our scientists at least look at this stuff before, because they rushing to give 7.5 billion people a vaccination to make who money? Not the World Health Organization who, but who? Bill Gates. He named Bill and Melinda. He named them. He named somebody else escaping me right now, but it's just interesting how he didn't have no problem bringing that out.
Well, I don't think that what he said was too far, of course. But like they had experiments on black folk before in this country, right? And they wasn't giving them the cure; they was giving them the disease. The CIA did shit. They put acid in the tunnels, the Harlem tunnels, all kinds of crazy shit. So we gotta
experiment.
We gotta be vigilant on this shit because hey, they want to kill us and shit, right? And the thing about killing people, what I mean, is you could kill people in a lot of different ways. And this police shootings and bad medicine and shit and all that shit is good and well. It works and shit. It keeps the population down. But this is a perfect opportunity to knock out a whole lot of people and say, oh, damn, that formula didn't work, huh? Sorry about that. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you know what I mean? So don't be on the rush of getting no damn formula, no medicine and shit. You know what I mean? That they're giving out saying, okay, this is going to take care of your COVID problem. Don't believe that bullshit because I'm telling you, I don't trust the United States government at all. Let me repeat myself. I do not trust the United States government at all.
No, they're not the only government.
Well, there's more governments out there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust a vaccine coming out of China neither. Why would you give your enemy a drug that will help them live, will help their soldiers live and help their people live? That don't make no goddamn sense to me. You know what I mean? If it came out of China, Russia, or the United States, I'm not fucking, I ain't fucking around. Because I know for a fact, you know what I mean? All these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about none of us and shit. So,
that's a good point.
I mean, if he...
You got Roz Girl in the chat saying she will not be vaccinated either.
Good. I stand with you on that 100%. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go for no vaccinations or none of that shit. I'm not even trusting the motherfuckers. Like, I don't even want to, if I get corona, I don't even want to go to the hospital, really. You know what I mean? That's to be the last resort for me to walk into a hospital. I'm like, yo, man, how come all these brothers walking in the hospital and they coming out dead, right? But the white folk walking in there and they coming out live, jumping around and everything and shit. What the fuck going on? How come this disease is striking more blacks than it is whites and shit? But I see the white folks not wearing masks and they get that shit, they go to the hospital and they come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not logical that the numbers don't count. I believe in numbers, okay? I believe in numbers. And the numbers don't make no sense of shit. The numbers of people who getting it and the number of people recovering is so different. What's up with that? You know what I mean? Is this
yeah. We dug in, I understand what you're saying. We digging into that. But
yeah.
But he wasn't just shooting off at the world leaders like Trump. We'll get into some of the things he said about him. Because he said, it would be kind of ironic, this guy who's not wearing a mask, for him to catch the coronavirus. You think they would die? And die, yeah. You think they would even tell us if he had it?
No.
I don't think so either. All right.
He jumped on the Pope.
Which is fair. And you know why? Because he said, what do you have to do? The Pope's job is to stand up and offer account for the problems. And there's problems in the Catholic Church. He had his buddy up there. I guess his buddy, Father, I forget his name, Flattery or something like that. Yeah. So he talked to rabbis. He talks to the pastors as well.
Yeah.
It's not an isolation. Yeah, it's not an isolation thing. But he had to address the Pope and the Vatican because there's a lot of problems coming out of that church that's not being talked about. And it's not just the pedophilia piece, but also just what goes on in a lot of these countries. You
Yeah,
know?
and, you know, they got their hands all over the world and all kind of shit. They
Yeah.
do. And he talked about the Muslim country. Well, he talked about Saudi Arabia. How the fuck you got bombs and missiles aimed at your brothers and shit? What's going on with that? How did y'all get to that point? You know what I mean?
And that
Did
brother's
he
conversation. It didn't just end with Saudi Arabia, and it was important because he said, "Yeah,
no?
you guys
He
are
jumped on
taking
China too.
y'all guns. I mean, buying American guns for what? Who are you using them against? Your own brothers?
Wow,
Oh,
that's
okay,
totally.
and that's serious.
It is serious. It's as serious as the guns that's running around in the hood. It's just as serious
Exactly.
as that.
He
Ain't
took a
no
shot at them too, which I'm
yeah.
glad, because it's not a beat down on one thing. It's what we want in society. We want somebody to point out in a non-aggressive manner so that we can actually listen to some of the problems and issues that's going on. Yes, he went at the Chicago. He says, y'all
Yeah,
18 killed in the weekend. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of serious right there. You
yeah.
know?
And he went in on everybody. But like I said, this thing that's going on, oh, he did say keep the flag too. Like, he said keep the flag too. He did say, yeah, don't get rid of the flag. It's all right.
Keep
Leave that
our
alone.
flag.
Yeah, he
That's,
said leave
that's
that
my
flag
flag.
alone. He
Leave
said
the
leave
flag.
that flag alone. But cause you got to remember.
I don't like it, but I'll put up with it. I won't spit on it.
Well,
I like it, but I won't put. I don't. Wait, I'm sorry. I don't like it, but I put up with it.
exactly.
We say that a lot. We say that about a lot of people. People we
Right.
know, people, co-workers, spouses, family.
Family.
We might not like it, but we put up with it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to and shit. We got no choice and shit. You know what I mean? We just can't just throw everybody under the bus and say see you later. You know
I
what I
got
mean?
I got a question. I gotta burn that flag in the chat. Okay. All right. No need to put
Well, I mean,
flag burning is constitutional, by the way.
yeah, you could
We
do that.
covered
You
that
could burn the
before.
flag if you want
You
to and
can
shit. If
burn
you
the
choose
flag if
to,
you want to. But
yeah, you can burn it.
did he address the drugs in the community?
Um, he addressed a few things. I didn't hear the drug thing that much. He
I
did
heard
address
I heard him talk
some
about drugs that he had to take. I heard he had to take. He said he had to take some opiate medicine when I guess he had his back was hurting. He had
um
some pains, but he said he
he
didn't
had
get
some
it
kind of
fixed.
cancer or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's been living with cancer
but
for 20 some years too. That's amazing. He
yeah, well,
also
the
now I got a question, and it kind of I felt a little different when I heard it, but to each his own, because a lot of people have a godly complex, but he was talking about how the Prophet Muhammad, they were trying to see who's godly, so they would feed them poisonous food, and the Prophet got sick, but out of all the ones that gave the poisonous food, he didn't die, and he felt like that America or somebody was poisoning him, giving him like radiated food and whatnot that could have caused his cancer that he's had for the past 20 something years. So
well,
he kind of compared himself to the Prophet Muhammad.
well, that's very possible, right? If somebody was trying to kill him, right? I
Okay.
mean, remember they put some shit in Castro cigar? You know what I mean? Castro didn't smoke that cigar for some reason or another. You know what I mean? But yeah, I could believe that. I could believe a lot of stuff, man. We playing with some treacherous motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no joke and shit. The CIA ain't no joke. You know what I mean? The national security agent ain't no joke.
That's right.
FBI ain't no joke. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Dr. King. He was under surveillance by the FBI for a long time. And they surveilled him so hard that somebody was able to go out of a window, a bathroom window, and shoot this man and kill him. You know what I mean? Well, allegedly. Who was watching Kennedy back when he got killed? Okay? So these same people that's running the government and running around killing other people in other governments, they were watching them and they got killed. So no surprise to me. No surprise. I wouldn't be shocked by that. That wouldn't even give me pause to think like, yeah, damn, I should have thought of that. No, that's
I
a
got
very
a
possibility thing.
I got an
You know?
email comment that says, if they don't care what's in our food, we know they don't care about us.
No, I
I
mean,
mean, the food
and that's
now is even worse than it used to be. And a lot of the guidelines have been changed and peeled back
well, you know who
from the
did that?
Obama
You
era.
know what I mean?
Oh, well,
You
yeah,
know who
the guy,
who did that?
he holds up the paper with his name on it, like he just did something great.
Well, you know exactly who did that. We
Yeah.
don't have to point. We don't have to point the finger too far for that one and shit. I mean, he relaxed the pollution guidelines, food guidelines, uh, all kinds of shit. He said, "Oh no, that's too much. We could make more money if we do this. But if you fuck the water up and then you can't drink the water, then you have to buy the water. You see,
Yep.
it's all about profit with this
Um,
motherfucker.
and
But
yep, he's getting older. He had to drink water like I just had to do. He had a little bit of help. He ain't mind talking about a lot of that. But what else is going on? Um, his teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and while we on the food subject, I think he talked to the guy that we all know, the renowned. Well, he was Dr. Sebi, and so what? Doctor, wait a minute. Muhammad had a book, right? How to Eat to Live,
yeah,
right? Okay, so so a lot. Like I said, this was their 90-year anniversary of the Nation of Islam. So I give that. I got to make sure that that's told a lot. But what else? I mean, because it's all of this is nice, and we taking little shots. But he took a couple of jabs at what some would think are Jewish people, but in reality, what he said is they're the imposters. So he brought up a story of a late night talk show host named Chelsea Handler, who's a Jewish woman, and she had like a video on her Twitter or something about his appearance on the Donahue show, and while he's trying to explain what he's trying to do, and and a lot of people that follow her that are Jewish like her were giving her nasty letters and nasty comments, and he wanted to let her know that those were imposters. And we're sitting here like, well what type of imposter? And he's speaking about Jewish people that follow one book more than all the rest of the books they have. They have the Torah and stuff, but he was talking about the those that read the Talmud. Now,
yeah.
I've never read the Talmud because
I will never read the Talmud.
it's one thing less that I have to do.
Listen,
But yes, sir.
they say it's another Bible out there, and they call it the Bible that's written by Satan.
Mm.
right? The Satanist Bible. You know what I mean? I don't know what they call it, but the Talmud was just about the same. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It this didn't come out the mouths of the Jewish prophets or nothing like that. This didn't come out of Abraham's mouth or Jesus' mouth or the mouth of Isaac or nothing like that. This came from some other bullshit. Okay, and this is why Hitler got a hold of the Talmud, decided to wipe them out.
Wow.
That was started Hitler on his mission, the Talmud. You know what I mean? Once he
Well,
read it, he was like, "Whoa, we got to get rid of y'all motherfuckers and shit." You know what I mean? Y'all got to go and shit. You know? And I mean, you gotta like dig and search for this stuff. But
Salute.
I've heard of the Talmud, and I knew for a fact that it was bad juju. You know what I'm saying? So, like, uh, the Book of Life and the Book of Death is two different things and shit. It's day and night. And the Talmud is a really dark book. You know what I mean? And if you got people that believe in the Talmud, then world domination is your goal, and doesn't matter how many you kill on the way there. You know what I mean? It does not mean that. It means to destroy. You destroy us. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And you destroy everything and then you rebuild it in your image, what you want it to be. You know? So you gotta, like I said, you gotta watch this. I was surprised that he even brought that up because you really don't ever hear about the Talmud like that. And I try to keep it out of my mouth as much as I can because you know the propaganda in America, the news organizations are run by a certain group of people, and they hear you talking about that, they get an attitude. I'm quite sure that Zuckerberg heard of it. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure he read it and shit real clear. I'm quite sure that Bill Gates read it. You know,
Okay. Uh-huh.
um, these people don't believe in the afterlife as we believe it. They believe that you could buy your way into the afterlife. You know what I mean? With enough money, you can buy your way through. You know, they're total corrupt everything and everybody. Corrupt the food, corrupt the words, corrupt the earth, corrupt anything in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So, when I heard him mention it and shit, it was kind of like, oh no, brother, watch out for that one, because this one, that's a big one. You know what I mean? That's when he started talking about, they could assassinate him, but they waited a while. I think that brother like 90, 80 something years old, if not close to 80. I think he said he was born in 32. So in 12 years, he'll be 100 years old, you know?
Solid.
And he made it a lot farther than I thought he was going to make it. You know what I mean? When I first heard him back in the day and shit, I said, oh, they going to kill this motherfucker and shit. You know what I mean? But he's been very smart. You know what I mean? He's a crafty dude. He outlived all of them and shit, you know what I mean? He outlived everybody and shit that was talking shit. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that's a wonderful thing that he did, And it's kind of crazy. Like, I really thought that he was gonna go before the rest of them. You know what I mean? I really did. I was like, yeah, they gonna get Farrakhan. You know what I mean? But oh no, he lasted and shit. I was like, God damn, you know. So he was crafty, and he knew that they was gonna try to kill him. So this cancer thing with the bad food that he got, they had an infiltrator. They had somebody that was in his circle that infiltrated. He never even spoke on that, but he did speak on it. He did say, it's somebody around that want me to get out. You know what I mean? It's somebody. You even got to watch when you buy gold and jewelry and stuff and shit. Uh, they got a lot of that shit that's been around that got contaminated by nuclear waste and shit. You know what I mean?
Real
I
quick,
don't think.
just want to say salute to Rosgirl37 for the donation. We appreciate that here on American Culture Topics. Man, we're supposed to cover that up. Kids might be watching, but thank you again,
Cover
Kim.
what up?
Greatly appreciate it. Huh?
Cover
Oh,
what up?
your beer can. You see, like me, I'll put the little wrap.
Oh, I'm supposed to cover it up?
I mean, yeah, you don't want to show the
Oh, sorry about that.
but
Okay.
yeah. So another person that felt, I know they felt attacked was because he even mentioned, he said, because you guys come from Yakub, and Yakub has some ways about him. Okay, he said that Yakub has some ways, and he had to deal with, and so when he talks, he talks about white people. Yo, hey, your mannerisms do not look appropriate for the camera.
What would I do?
You're shaking the camera and you're looking away, and no hands are visible.
Oh.
Yeah. So get back. There you go. So, other words, he was going in on white folks.
Well, you know what? They're easy to go in on. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And what's the weird part about it?
And part of it, I know because you're about to go off on that. Part of it is more up. Got a donation from Diane as well. We thank you for donations here at American Culture Topics. Hey, all right. They
Well,
saying I get Monday, Tuesday. That's up. But the trap, he acknowledges that's the fact that he feels as though by their culture and by how time has gone, that's how they've been raised. So he feels as though that's how it is. That's what they were taught to feel about, and how to feel like as they were to be over top of somebody. Go ahead, man.
Listen, hatred is not a born thing. People not born to hate each other.
Right.
Okay, nobody's born to hate each other. They learn that shit from their culture. You know what I mean? And since we're on American Culture Topic, let's talk about the hatred and shit that you see it all the place. You see Karens going around pulling guns, tasers on people and shit, lying on people. Oh, the black man said something to me. Oh, then you see the cops running around murdering people. Now they quitting their jobs because they're telling them, oh, y'all can't do that no more. You can't kill nobody. Motherfucker, quit your job. Oh, I gotta quit this job. What? You gonna quit because they tell you can't do this, or you gonna go to jail for it? You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers and shit be like, they strong, and they what you call them? They sitting up in this high tower and shit, looking down on the black man, and knowing that this motherfucker, it's a motherfucker out there could have replaced your ass who was better than you, and you just fucked over them anyway. You know what I mean?
He talked about that too.
We like I said, the knee been on our neck so long. It's amazing and shit how that's possible. Nobody decided to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to let off on this dumb shit. At the World War I, maybe we should have let off. At the World War II, we should have let off. At the Korea, we should have let off. Whatever. Everywhere they want to go and fuck something up or fuck somebody up, they take the black man with them. We need to stop going on that trail. I'm not saying that black men should not go into service and serve in the United States military, but at some point, you know what I mean, it's got to be like, yo, you know what, if we don't get nothing in return, why should we go? You know what I mean? If we don't get, when we go back home, You take this uniform off and shit, and you back to being a nigga again. Sorry, I said that, but I had to put it out there. You know, and then you even got cops running around. They wear these nice little pippy little blue uniforms or whatever, and they run around and shit, and they kind of early, fellas. All right. Anyway,
early.
yeah, kind of early. They don't the fire
actual. That's the actual 4th, man. Them things supposed to be going off all day.
Well, okay, well, don't worry about it. They're going off down here. But anyway, as I was saying, these motherfuckers and shit, they just won't stop and shit. You know what I mean? This oppression, and it's all around the world oppression too. It's not just oppression in America, but we only talking about America. But in America, the oppression just won't stop and shit. They just won't stop with their bullshit. You know, it's like a vast spider web of oppression. You know what I mean? On the jobs, in the schools and shit, housing, food, medicine. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go and everywhere you look, you see this shit. You know what I mean? And it's just continuous and shit. You know? It's surprising. I know one thing. They gotta say one damn thing. We hard to kill. You know what I mean?
What happened?
We are hard to kill.
Oh, okay.
They was like, God damn, what we got to do? And now it seems like they found the perfect weapon, COVID-19. We could slap that shit on there. It's gonna kill some white folks a little bit, but we're gonna kill a whole lot of them brown and them black motherfuckers.
Well, we talked about that. We've talked about the way that they have, you know, there's a sacrifice of your own kind in order to prove the proving grounds of what goes on. But Pretty Eyes put in a good comment. She says that they kept the ones that they knew they held the most power down and keeping people suppressed. So I just wanted to let you know it's all going on by design. I understand that. There's the more we grow from the early years into today, you learn more about how there's an economic power structure. There's people that are rich, that have money, and they're running things more than just the color of a skin. The color just rolls into some of the preconceived, i.e., prejudiced thought processes on what we do. But there's also people with the finances, and the finances are starting to become what's the most important piece.
Right, like I said, like after you get a certain amount of money, you in the club whether you want to be in it or not, and that's the only way you're gonna keep your money is being in the club. If you try to get out the club, you get clubbed. You get somebody knock you upside the head and you fuck your ass up. So it's no secret that these people are out here. We got a lot of collaborators out there. You heard me? They collaborate with them to help fuck us up. You know what I'm saying? And then when then all of a sudden they wake up one morning and say, oh, damn, I need this, I need that. And then they're like, yo, you gotta get that nigga back in the fold. You know what I mean? So when Kiana started talking this shit, next thing you know, they called him up to Trump Tower. Said, come on, motherfucker. Trump took him up there, fed him some gun. You know what I mean? Put this in your mouth and suck on this a bit. Okay? And get you back on the right track. These motherfuckers and shit, they get rich and powerful and shit, and you have to join the club. You ain't got no choice and shit. Either you keep your money or we'll find a way to fuck you up out of it. You know what I mean? We'll send your ass to jail for some 20-year rape, 30, 40 years of rape and shit, and kill your kid, you know what I mean? And your kid get killed by this Russian guy in the middle of the night and say to you, well, he got killed by a Russian guy in the middle of the night, No, you can't buy, your money won't buy this TV station, this TV network, even though you got the money, you still cannot buy it. You know what I mean? We're going to sell it to somebody else for less money. You know,
Yeah,
so
and he did. He took some time to talk about the police as well, man. He said,
well,
"You're not
mm,
gonna be just running up in nobody's neighborhood, killing people, and thinking there's nothing gonna happen."
well, they've been doing it for a long time, right? And then make it so bad. What he was saying, yeah, well, okay, the police did this, and then the DAs allowed this to go on. The mayors allowed this to go on. Y'all knew what was going on. Don't get up there and talk about Black Lives Matter in 2020 when they didn't matter in 1960s. It didn't matter in the 50s, 40s. These motherfuckers, uh, they knew what was going on. You know what I mean? So automatically, it just dripped into politics and shit. It dripped into politics really hard and heavy because you had a couple of people that was running for presidents, were mayors and DAs.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Some of them were people of colors. You know what I mean? Was a DA. There was a white woman that was a DA up in Minnesota that actually let this killer cop, the cop that killed George Floyd, get away with some shit that he should have went to jail on. It was another woman of color. What was her name? Kamala Harris. She was a DA. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, you was a DA over here when this shit went down too, right? And she like, well, what the fuck happened and shit? How did they get away with this shit? Why did you let them get away with this? And now you got to scratch her off the list. You know what I mean? You won't be vice president. You know what I mean? Biden can't take you along with him. You know what I mean? He got some issues of his own too, but he the best choice of the choices we got. You know what I mean? You
Gotcha.
know what I mean?
So now we talked it. I'm glad we got into it. We started off talking about it, but how Farrakhan was addressing, we talked about the Saudi Arabia side. You talked about the American side, how, but he also took the time to address China and how President Xi in China, how the treatment of the Muslim population, something that we covered on American Culture Topics as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey,
That was
send me a cash app. I'll stop flying the flag. I'm playing. I'll stop flying the flag.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Then he started talking about Cuba, right? And he was like, "Yo,
Hey
okay,
man, let's know, man. Don't gloss over the fact that he went after President Xi, man. I think that was
no, I
important
don't think so.
because
I'm not going to
it's a
go gloss over
it's a
that.
very, very, very quiet topic. Even when we talked about it, just barely. It was in the news for like 2 days. And China
Well,
suppresses media so fast. Whatever's what China's doing, like the word Tibet became an issue because we actually found out that China was just doing something they had no business doing. And so for
they
that,
even
the way they treat Muslims in China needs a little bit more spotlight too. Like I said, we hold the truths to be self-evident. If
well
I'm saying
the
something
way
that's
they treat
not
Muslims,
correct, then tell
the
me.
way they
Go ahead.
the way they treat Muslims in China, they got the technology from America, right? It's a professor that came out of Princeton and Harvard, one in Princeton, one in Harvard, and another one in MIT. They dumped them a lot of money for facial recognition, DNA recognition, familiar DNA too. So what happened was they went over there to the province where the Muslims was at. They took pictures of everybody, DNA'd everybody, and whatever. And then they built these giant, you can't even imagine. So say if you are in New York, you know how big the island of Manhattan is, okay? Y'all do know how big this is. They got camps over there throughout the desert, the Gobi Desert, full uh, concentration camps full of Muslims.
Yep.
Okay, full of Muslims. Now they had a little bit of trouble out of the Muslims over there, and they said, you know what? This uprising is going to stop. You know what I mean? This is going to stop. We're going to lock all y'all motherfuckers up. The men, basically the men, but some women too, and they locked them motherfuckers up. You know what I mean? They put them motherfuckers in bars, behind bars, called the re-education camps, and had them start to build, start to make pottery, clothes, or whatever. You know what I mean? And they like, oh, y'all gonna stay here forever. You know that, right? Y'all not getting out of here. You know
Not
what I
letting
mean?
them out. Yeah, that's
No,
messed up.
man, no, y'all not getting out. And we ain't gonna kill y'all. We just gonna work y'all motherfuckers to death. So when you buy shit from China, you better ask somebody, is this made by prisoners? Are free people making this? But there's no such thing as free people in China. And what they doing in Hong Kong, you know what I mean? So you could say a word in Hong Kong and be labeled a terrorist. You know what I mean? You could write with a marker on a piece of paper and say freedom, and you now are a terrorist. Okay? You could become a terrorist in China just by saying a word. Wow, that's deep. It kind of reminds me of some places that I know and shit. You know what I mean? But it's pretty hard to understand some of this shit. But for me, it's a bunch of godless motherfuckers that's running this world.
Jeez.
And like I said, and in America, they all hide behind God. Trust me. When it's all said and done, the first thing Trump say, "Oh God, what God you talking about? What fucking God you talking about? Oh, you talk about that Jewish book
All
that
right.
you've been reading? Yeah.
So
Uh,
I want to take a break real quick. We almost done, but I want to showcase Trump and his great, wonderful singing voice. Okay, Trump is the man when it comes to singing.
what the fuck is that? All right, I had enough of that. It hurt my ears, man. Okay, are you done?
Okay,
Please stop.
all right. So now my flag flying got to stop. My musical selections got to stop. All right.
Okay, what happened to Ray Charles America? Why didn't you put that on?
Hold on. Ray Charles is American.
Yeah, Ray Charles song America.
All right, I'll find it.
No, not now, not now. But why didn't you? Why didn't you put that on?
I just got a
Why didn't
com-
you? Why you?
I just got a text. Hold on, it said Farrakhan is a prophet that I think you ought to listen to.
What?
What you gonna do? What he say to you? He's his public enemy.
Wow. I've
Oh,
been
pretty
listening to
eyes, no
Farrakhan.
rap. I don't rap all the time. I don't rap like
I've
that.
been listening to Farrakhan
I,
for.
I can. What's up? Go ahead.
I've, I've been listening to Farrakhan most of my life. Most of my adult life, I've been listening to Louis Farrakhan. Uh, and it's funny, how did I get? How I got to that point? I'm sitting back and I'm chilling, and Farrakhan is saying something. He said his words were quote unquote, if you kill a man and say you did it in the name of God, you turn your religion into a gutter religion. He was talking about the people in Israel saying that they was killing the Palestinians in the name of God. So it got back to this country. The way he said it was, the Jewish religion is a gutter religion. Now, he never said that. He said, if you kill a man in the name of God, you turn in the religion that you follow into a gutter religion. Right then again, and I was like, wait a minute. I had to call news stations, get on the radios, and call radio stations to get this point across. But I kept on doing it until somebody finally listened and say, hey, you know what? Let's listen to what the man had to say. They listened to what the man had to say, and they stopped with the bullshit in this city, because the word got out exactly what Farrakhan said. What that say? I can't read that. There you go. I just told you, man, don't be playing that. All right, man. But anyway,
we didn't come on here to kill Farrakhan. I mean, we didn't come on here to kill America.
For years, man.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is
the fact that they wouldn't let him talk.
Hey, would you stop with the music? I can't hear myself.
I thought you wanted to hear the song.
No, I don't want to hear that. You should have put that on at the what you call. That should be the new what you call for America. Will you stop, please? Hello, man. Can I get some words across here?
Oh, you're not getting a word in edgewise? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, fine. I mean, you can talk if you want to.
Go ahead, buddy. What's up?
But anyway, so when they start messing with Farrakhan, nowadays it's always saying you got to prove it. You got to prove he said this, or you got to prove that. And now when that started going on, when people started saying, "Hey, that's not what he said, y'all. Y'all got to listen to what he said before you come at me with that shit." And all of a sudden, here's a man that's been talking and preaching on radio and TV for years and years and years, and nobody has called him a liar yet. Nobody. You know what I mean? Nobody will call him a liar. You know what I mean? But listen, I gotta go, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to lose. Huh?
You about to go cuss out some fireworks people, right? Yeah.
No, hell no, man. I ain't messing with them guys. I embrace the fireworks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah, I actually go to, huh?
I was going to say, once again, we thank those who donated today. I thank everybody that came by, everybody who got in the chat. We got Pretty Eyes Tia on, and she got to see one of these shows. This one was a specialty about a speech that was said today. And thank you for your comments in the chat as well. Rise Girl, saw Behind the Bar. I saw a crab sighting. Yeah, so, we're just thankful to everybody. I saw some other folks earlier. Grand Admiral Pickles Lee and Teron Heron, which I remember that name. And I know he rocks with the team, the WTFU America team. Yeah, so Trap, thank you so much. Got your second episode in. I think we should be done for the rest of the week.
I don't know. Is Ruckus on tonight?
No, I think he's taking the weekend off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Peace out, yo.
He wants to call in. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. I talked to this person for a moment.
All right. I'm out.
Thank you so much, Trap.
Cool.
It's the Labuto. All right. So no dead air, right? So How? There it is. There you go. All right. You want to get him up on the screen? What's going
Mills.
on, Labuto?
What's up, man? Oh, so you know it's me, no my other alias name. Okay, what's up? What are y'all talking about? I just like your notification came up on my screen.
Okay, the topic was about the speech, the Criterion that was made by Louis Farrakhan today.
I missed it, and I feel bad. So what I so I can't really speak on it now because it's probably over with. So what I will do is I will watch it, and hopefully you could talk about it at maybe like tomorrow, or if you have another live show.
Okay, but
Well,
yeah, you got two choices.
yo,
You got what we thought about it was watching rewatching this show, or I think Revolt. It was on Revolt, so you just watch it on Revolt, and you get it down. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do a show, but I could, but
okay.
it
Well,
would
let me
be
ask you
kind
this:
of tough.
did you watch the? I mean, so you watched the speech, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you think about it? Just to add to the show, what did you think about it?
First, I just miss as an overall. I just miss hearing him on a regular basis. Just once in a while, get that message from Farrakhan because a lot of stuff's been going on in the world.
Right.
The plagues, pandemic, whatever you want to call it,
Okay.
and of course George Floyd. Police. We're trying to get police reform and things of that nature. So it was. I was waiting to hear him say something. And he kind of said what I thought he was going to say. He talked about how it's just a change into the guard and time. Of
Yeah.
course, he brings in the spiritual element. So you know, as far as letting the world know that the COVID comes from above, not some country.
Okay.
And he also talked about how you're not going to be coming into communities and killing black people as easy as he was discussing to the police.
Okay.
He also addressed the Chinese problems with the Muslims in their country. So he addressed that as well, which I feel like is a big deal. Trap Rain didn't really want to talk about it, but I kind of pushed him. And we also, we just talked. He talked about Trump a little bit, but he brought it home. He went all around. He addressed the Pope for not, you know. Talking about some of the problems that they've been causing, the Catholic Church been causing across the country and the world.
Okay.
He also talked about Saudi Arabia and why are they spending so much money buying American guns? Who they shooting? Their own brothers. He, and he also addressed brothers shooting brothers in this country as well. So he didn't leave nobody out. A lot was spent on Jewish community as far as who he feels are fraudulent Jews, and he calls them imposters. Those
Right.
people that really read from this book called the Talmud.
Okay.
So he spoke about that as well. So I think he covered all of those key points. He covered a couple that resonated with me earlier that I'm leaving out on purpose because it affects my life and it's a lesson that I got from it that I'm just gonna leave out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the replay is gonna be out there.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, man. I love the minister. I view him as like a second father to me. So, of course, I'm at a cookout right now. But what I will do is I definitely will look at it and maybe, you know, I got something more to add at a later date. But I do agree with and again, of course, I didn't see the
Yes.
speech today, but he speeches. I mean, not speeches. He speaks or teaches the same thing for the past 50 years about the socioeconomic and political plights of the African American within this country. He also talks about how blacks should form their own economy essentially and form their own governance over themselves. And he's been preaching this for 50, 60 years now. And especially during these pandemic times, his word now speaks more than it ever has, I believe. I'm just ranting right now because I'm a little bit tipsy, but I really believe that though.
Yeah, and HB2N is asking, um, is it worth watching? I believe it was worth watching. It's a, he, if you especially us of this sector, when we like when people take shots, he was taking the shots. I mean, and I don't think he left nobody out. He really didn't go too social economical, like you're saying.
Right.
Yes, we have definitely heard that. Did he talk about Yakub? Yes, he did mention Yakub. He threw some shots at Yakub. He broke down Yakub too, and it's a good learning lesson for some of the things that we might need to go forward. He's saying, we won't hear from him, probably too often. And, so that's some of the things that I got to think about. They did cancel this guy. I brought that up, and it's kind of sad that they did that. But this meeting was about the 90th anniversary of the Nation of Islam. So why not have him speak?
Awesome. All right, Mills. Well,
Well,
I'm about
thank you.
to continue to enjoy this day, and I'll definitely support your show, man. How would you
Thank you, Labuto. Thanks for chiming in. So, yeah. So, those who might have missed the show, that's a quick synopsis. I wrapped it up. Trying to get all the points in. And that's how a show would go if it was just me on some real. I come in and say, look, this is what it was about. It's all is done. Everything's done. This is Mills Lane signing off. And thankfully, I had a co-host, Trap Gardner, like to bring that information out, stretch it out to the points that I might not have seen, and he's seen because he's old. I mean, he's a veteran and all that stuff. But thanks to everybody for joining us this week. We are, yeah, thanks a lot. Oh yeah, this was something that we wanted to discuss. It was special. We got 2 episodes out in 1 week. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, for Trap Garden, I'm Mills Lane. We appreciate you guys for watching the program with liberty and justice for all. I'm not going to wave the flag.